Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking a few minutes and joining us for the volunteer meeting slideshow. We're going to get started right away to use your time as best as possible. First of all, thank you so much for volunteering and for doing some community service with our county kids. The regional binders will be passed out when you get your registration at 7:30 a.m. in your respective areas. Remember that registration is at the high school, except for in Easton, where it's at Oddfellows Hall, and in Presque Isle, where it's at the mall, and in Caribou, where it's at downtown Cary Medical Center location. So every regional person has a binder, and every site leader for every project that we have also has a binder, and you'll receive that when you register. This is the timeline for the day, and as you can see, a lot of it is spent on the project and working with the kids, which is exactly how we want it. Volunteers should arrive at about 7:30. We'll make sure that everything is set up, that greeters are at the door, and that we're ready to receive kids by 8. From 8 to about 8:30, kids are going to start piling in, and at 8:15, we're going to ask that the lead volunteers for every project site to go ahead and exit so that they are there to be with the kids. Before you leave, make sure you take the goodie bags, enough associated for all of the kids on your site. And then we're going to have a quick snapshot with the students at 8:45 before they hop off onto their projects. We'll read a quick announcement, which is really just going to encourage the students to have fun, but to also be safe, to talk about why community service is so important, and to make sure that they know a couple of details, like to pass in their name tags and not to forget their goodie bags. They'll start their day at 9. They'll have lunch, and remember that in some places there are places that are supplying lunch. They will resume work at noon, and then they're going to start cleaning up their project at about 2:30 or whenever they finish. When students pick up their goodie bags, make sure they do their evaluations. A lot of people say to me, just the facts, ma'am. So here are just the facts. Volunteers need to be there by 7:30, and they need to be at their sites by 8:30. And please make sure that you go to registration, you get your name tag, which is hot pink, and just in case, make sure that you have, if you are supposed to be a site leader, make sure you grab a binder. There are lots of volunteer jobs that we have. The greeter is the person who's going to tell students where to go when they walk in. We've color-coded all of the signs, so you should be able to just say, did you register? Do you have money to turn in? Okay, great, we need you to go to the green sign. There's the writing table assignment. This person is going to be responsible for making sure that students who did not bring their release forms get the release forms that they need. There is a registration with money table, which also has hats in back of it, and a registration without money table, which also has hats in back of it. Each of these tables assumes that the child registered online and they're turning in some money along with their release forms. There might be some walk-ins. We expect that. If there are walk-ins, they need to make sure to get to the writing tables first to get all of the forms that they need to check in. We do have money counting procedures, and those are in the cash bags for every project. A site leader is someone who is a lead person on a volunteer site. So for example, the animal shelters. Both animal shelters have site leaders, people who will have binders that have emergency contact information, store information, other volunteer phone numbers, all of the contact information for the program, and so forth. Regional leads are people who will go between project to project to project. For example, Jen Olson in Washburn is a regional lead. And we do have NMCC EMT students who will be strategically placed throughout the county so that we have all kinds of safe procedures for our kids. Every single tote has a first aid kit, and if there is not an NMCC student placed in your region, then the first aid kit will be with your regional lead. Just a reminder that there will be a group photo at 8:45 with the kids. And in every binder, there is a site map for every location, which just pretty much shows you where every project takes place on a quick little map of the town. In the binders, we do have tabs, and under tab 5, you're going to find a basic first aid response guide. So if someone does something, if there's a cut or somebody sprains a wrist, we get into some poison plants, which I can't see happening, but just in case, we have a quick response guide for all of our volunteers. We do have accident report forms. These are necessary because of our insurance. If a student does hurt themselves, we need to make sure that we keep track of whether or not the executive director was notified, was the parent notified, a description of the incidents, what the weather was like. All of those things have to be filled out for our insurance purposes. You can find all kinds of incident reports in tab 9 of the binders. The project form, when the site leader gets on location, they're going to want to make sure to get the names of the volunteers and also to get the names of the students who are with them. The supplies will already be done for you. At the end of the day, we just need you to let us know if the project was finished, but if it wasn't, to let us know what's left. We are going to be passing some of these projects on to local National Honor Society groups, so we just need to know whether or not the project was completed. We do have volunteer evaluations in the side pocket of your binders. They're very quick, not very time consuming. We just want to get a good feedback of what the volunteers felt like the day went for them. And those are the adult volunteers. There's a project evaluation sheet for the project sites. If you don't run into somebody who has a direct correlation with the project site that you're working with, that's okay. Just leave it in the binder and we'll make sure that it gets to the correct person. Quick other notes, bathroom breaks, there really should be an adult who goes with any student who needs to use the bathroom. Please make sure that students are taking breaks, drinking water, eating snacks. We don't want anyone to get any low blood sugar issues. Encourage the students to take pictures, to upload them to Facebook, to hashtag it the Hope and Heidi's Hope. We want to flood Facebook with community service pictures. We want to keep a good attitude and stay positive all day. When the students turn in their name tags at the end of the day, that's when they get their goodie bags. And of course, just a quick reminder that there will be people coming around to all of the project sites and doing a quick filming of the students. They've chosen Home by Philip Phillips and Let's Go as two of the songs that they want kids to lip sync. They're going to put together a cool video and then give that to every district. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much again for volunteering. We know how busy you are. I know how crazy schedules can be. And I want you to know that we appreciate it as an organization, that the kids appreciate it, and to be honest, them seeing you there models the behavior that we want to see in them. The more adults we have out there, the more kids realize how important it is for them to serve their community. So just by being there, you're helping to teach them something. Thanks again, and if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to us, 760-0558, or you can email us at info@gauvinfund.org, and that's GAUVIN fund.org, and we would be happy to answer any questions. And it's not too late to register. If you have a friend who would like to register to volunteer, we would love to have as many people as we can get there. Make sure you support the students and donate to them. They are raising money for their work in the community, and that money goes right to an endowment and to our organization so that we can help more county kids live the college dreams. Thank you so very much again. I look forward to meeting with you. I hope I get a chance to shake your hand and thank you in person. And we will see you on Saturday. I am so excited. And for right now, it says partly cloudy and 63. So we're all going to keep our fingers crossed and pray for that weather. Thanks again. Have a great day.